Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on Angela Petina Presents. Now I have a special guest from Hungary. Her name is Henrietta Szentes. She's a beautiful, successful actress, but also her beautiful and inspirational story. I'm very delighted to share in this show. All right. Okay, but thank you so much, my friend, to be in my show, Henrietta. Thank you for teaching me how to pronounce your name. It's so beautiful name. Uh,
Yeah,
thank
lot
you
of
so much.
people.
Yes, it's an honor to have you in my show. Thank you so much. And how's everything? How's everything with you?
Yeah, everything is going so well. I started a new job this year, so everything is going well. I'm waiting for May that I take my holiday. So yeah, everything all good.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, what can I say? We have been friends on Facebook for a couple of years. I would say a little bit before the pandemic, and now, pues, I feel very happy, finally to meeting you, on my show. And for those people who are
Yeah,
watching this
me
show,
too.
yes, will be in YouTube, with Illumina, and now in Apple Podcast. So it's gonna be broadcast in three different platforms, and that's fantastic. And
Nice.
yes, yes, and originally you are from Hungary. That's
Yes.
you were born over there and you raised in UK. Can you tell us about your story, your family story about the Hungarian, and then moved to UK?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Hungary. I grew up in a small village,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was 18, um, I moved to a bigger city. I
Mm-hmm.
started to live on my own, alone.
Mm.
And when I was 21, I moved to Budapest. That I started to work, and I went to the university. So
Mm-hmm.
I worked in Budapest in office. I was receptionist, and I studied marketing and business management in
Wow,
Budapest.
fantastic. So at what age you said you moved to Budapest? At what age?
Night 20, I was 20.
20. Oh, and wow, that's good. And then when you decide, okay, you graduate from the marketing, business and marketing, and then you work in the private sector as a receptionist secretary, because also I found that you have also as an operational personal experience and customer service and all these things combined with the marketing. And then
Yeah.
what was the reason you decide to move to United Kingdom? What, because of the acting, or you want to explore different professional life experience over there?
But, the first reason was to improve my English
Mm-hmm.
knowledge and learn the English language, And when I was a kid, I always dreamt about that I will be live in a huge city. I'm like a city girl because I was born in a small village. I always wanted to move to a big city and then a bigger one and much bigger one. So from Budapest, I moved to London in 2014 or 15, I think. 15. Yes. So I actually used to live in Stratford, and I started to work. I think like everyone, like in a hotel. I was a waitress, and then I was hostess, and after that I was a receptionist. So in London, I found out that I have a lot of opportunity. So I started to applying for like beauty pageants,
Mm-hmm.
beauty pageant. and fashion shows as well. And I just realized, in London, nobody cared that I'm actually petite. I'm not like 2 meter tall, like a very tall woman. I'm a petite woman. And I still found out there is a lot of opportunity for me. So I started to build up my portfolio. I went for collaboration in the beginning, so I had nice pictures. I met with photographers. I signed up on Facebook. There is a modeling group on Facebook. So, like step by step, I started to build up my portfolio. And once I had like enough pictures and I had my professional portfolio, then I applied for extras agencies in London. And I signed up with Star Now, that's a casting platform.
Mm-hmm.
And when I built up my portfolio and I had all these nice pictures, and I just put like every day I put like nice pictures on the Star Now profile. And it was a casting for a reality TV show for Netflix, and they chose me from Star Now profile to go for the casting. So I went for the casting, and it was like 3 rounds, 3 times I had to go back to the casting. And they actually, in the final round, they choose me in the TV show. So
Good.
yes, that was actually my first, I could say, like acting gig with Netflix. And I flew to Belfast, where I spent 2 weeks, and we filmed this. It's a reality TV show,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see it's still on Netflix. It's called Flinch, and I was in episode 3. So that was the time. Then during the filming, I found out that I'm actually not nervous in front of the camera. I actually love it in front of the camera.
Mm,
And
that's good.
I just yeah, spoken with a few crew members, and they asked if I'd done any acting before, and I said no, just in the high school, but nothing like really serious. And then they said they can see I'm very talented, and they said I should you know um keep going with this acting. So after that filming, I started to build up again a portfolio, and step by step my career. So I started with student films, then short movies, and I network a lot still. But I used to go to like networking events, film premieres, and I met with a lot of people. I went for a lot of events, private film screening, so I got all the contact with the people. And step by step I got like small role, 1 line, 5 lines, and then I just build up my show reel. In 5 years I actually built up 25 credits. And this year I got my first leading role in in a feature movie, so I'm very happy and very excited for it. It was not it was not easy, you know,
Yes.
but but I think I managed really well.
No, no, no. But I want to highlight something, Henrietta. First of all, first of all, you have beautiful English. You're so beautiful woman. Your eyes, I've been following you, and I love to see and your pictures, and I see some trailers and things like that. And but first of all, I love to share stories like yours because brings a lot of inspiration for those people who wants to be, in this particular industry. You are a
Mm.
migrant. To be a migrant, to move from village to a big city like a Budapest is not an easy choice.
Yeah.
Living by yourself, not detached from your parents, like you said, English is not your first language. I myself identify with you because I'm facing the same struggles because
Mm.
I was born in California, United States, but I raised in Mexico, and it's difficult because our mother tongue language is always taken us, which is something beautiful. But we always, it's not our language. It's something we need to always to be consistency to improve. Maybe the accent is going to be stick with us, but it's something that we need to take advantage to have accents because the accents sometimes they open so many doors. And then
You
at the
know,
age,
with the,
yeah,
yeah, with the accent in the beginning, I thought I don't get a lot of acting job because of my accent. But actually, I found out I actually got all this acting job because of my accent. Because
that's what
actually,
I say. That's what I say.
because English people actually they like it. The directors said they actually really like my accent and it's really interesting and it's really unique. So they actually just started to write roles for me. I was like, oh
Exactly.
wow.
Because
Yeah.
now my personal opinion, the independent film industry is getting expanded more and more. And also I noticed like public are moving more to the independent sector now in film industry, but also music, detaching from the classical Hollywood because sadly, my personal opinion, this is personal opinion, people are getting tired to see the same thing over and over and over, same actors and actresses, the same elites. Now, I think the independent sector have more freedom to work with worldwide talents and accepting different accents for different purposes. But getting back to your immigrating from Budapest, going to London, another challenge because London is the New York of Europe. I've been in London twice. It's not easy to be there even by myself. At the age of 24, working in jobs that super entry level. I done cashier. I know it's not. I mean, cashier. Can you imagine to be waitress to waitresses? To me, is the more difficult job anyone can be able to perform because you have to have a strong focus, and it's not easy because some people don't appreciate the service you provide, and they are very the bad feedback or
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
But I think those kind of jobs feel respect to all people who work in the waitress and cashiers. I'm very, as I can say, I feel very proud. I did that before. Before I had my professional job, and because those kind of jobs helps people to develop a lot of skills, focus skills, concentration skills, multitask, and those
Exactly.
things. And I'm pretty sure,
Focus, remember.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And another thing, Hietra, I'm pretty sure that any role, because you say you did extra background actor, you were
Yeah.
before, if they ask you to perform to be a receptionist or be a waitress, it's not difficult for you not to be able to perform it because you did that. You lived that experience.
Exactly. Yeah, I
Yes.
had experience. Yes. Yeah. I had experience with marketing and sales, receptionist, waitress. I was even a cleaner for 2 weeks. No, actually
Mm.
1 month. I think that was my first job in London. Well, I hated it, so then I jumped on the waitress.
Mm.
But yeah, I still have the experience. So if in the script they said, oh, you will be player room attendant, I will won't have a problem with that because I done it in my life. I know what I should do. I know how to clean. I know how to make a bed to look nice in a 5 stars hotel. I have that experience. I have experience as a security as well because I used to work at a security company. I was a receptionist, but it was receptionist and I was looking after the building like health and safety. So I had knowledge about health and safety and security as well. But
Yes.
acting it's always been my passion, my
Mm-hmm.
hobby, my dream job. But acting is not a full time job. So my advice for actors is make sure you have at least a part-time job. If you live
Mm-hmm.
alone with your parents, to have a part-time job to pay your bills, your rent, and then working on your acting stuff, like to get a show reel, get a headshot picture, the headshot professional headshot, and then when you build up step by step, then you can go to an agent, start with a small boutique agent, because in the beginning you won't get an attention from, for example, United Talent Agency because you never done TV series before. So I think it's very important to know where you are at the moment and where you wanna be, and
Exactly.
set up a goals for yourself for 1 year goal and 5 year goals. I always set up a 5 year goals for myself.
Mm-hmm. And thanks to say those sharing this advice because there's a lot of fixed ideas about the acting or the in the film industry that a lot of people think they have to be full time, but it's difficult because it's very um, inconsistency job. Sometimes you can have a role, sometimes you have to wait for months or years. You never know, just like you're hard working. And it's a good advice because, for example, your personal experience, you says, okay, I you're starting in this business without having, for example, relatives in the industry to push you, to help you to introduce to the industry. It's more difficult for you because you don't have anyone behind you to as a backstage pushing you to be in this industry. And another thing what I like what you said is you besides that you're adding okay this is your personal experience and the advice. And another thing you mentioned, you receive rejection, for example rejection because you said you're petite. But I want to highlight something. There's a lot of beautiful actresses, and one of them that I miss, I like Lisa Marie Presley, and one of the top most beautiful women in the world, and she was also very petite. And and I like we mentioned that because you're the stereotype because of your accent and different culture and those things, nobody stop you. How you how, can you tell us an advice how you deal with rejection? Well, at the beginning they were not happy about your accent, or maybe because you did not fit, the stereotypes of the general actors. How you deal at the beginning, the rejection?
Well, rejection is hard, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. Like when I had a casting for a TV series, for example,
Mm-hmm.
last year. It was a well-known TV series, and I done a really good acting. And actually, they decide in the last week between me and another actor who's get the role.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when I found out I was very close, but someone else got the role, I was like, yeah, really, really sad for at least for 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, yeah, maybe I didn't get this role because something else or something better is waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
So with rejection, I always said to myself, well, I didn't get this role. I will get another one. There is
Mm-hmm.
plenty of roles, like it could be 1,000, even 10,000 casting going on daily, not just in the UK, around the world. Don't
Mm-hmm.
just think about only one thing. Try to think about multiple things, like
Mm-hmm.
not just on one country. Like I'm I'm always looking for casting, for example, in Hungary, in UK, even US. I actually got cast in a US production movie, which is I found out this year. So
Mm-hmm.
with, with rejection is like, yes, it's really sad, but to be an actor, you have to be very strong. Your
Mm-hmm.
mind should be very strong. And I always say to myself, just never give up, just never give up, keep going. You didn't get this role, take this. I will
That's
get a better, and I'll just keep going, just keep going. If this one not, then I will get another one.
That's
So
good.
if
Yes.
you if you have a if you didn't choose you, uh, the world is not end. I mean, you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Keep living on. Yeah, you will be sad for a few days, but don't let it overcome this sadness on you because that's not good for your mental
Hmm.
health. So make
That's
sure to keep going on and looking for another one, and you will find the one role that is actually suit you.
that's
That's
good.
my
That's good. I like your persistence, your positivity, and of course your beauty. And that's very inspirational. And I'm pretty sure that everything you're saying, sharing in this show, is gonna bring a lot of impact to those people who are thinking, because my accent, because I'm not slim, because I'm this, in reality, it's more, the persistence is more valuable nowadays that have a specific physical appearance. And okay, for example, I speak about myself. I'm not super slim. I'm just a little bit weight. At the beginning, I was thinking, I'm, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do a podcast. My husband was pushing me, do it, just be you, just be naturally. And it's nice, especially for us as a woman. How the stereotypes of what the publicity is portrays, or they wants to push people have a specific body type, a specific this, specific that, but it's in reality there's a magic inside that we project to the audience, to others, to connect. And this is something I like of you, that your positivity, you're sharing this experience, and it's very valuable. Thank you so much. And but for example, when you as an actress, you said what's your dream, you work so hard, village, Budapest, London, working so hard, difficult jobs, even having a degree enhanced. And the degree, it was maybe they took into consideration at the beginning because you got it in different country. And then, okay, you looking for a specific dream. You said what's your dream to become an actress, but what inspired you to be an actress? Besides your dream, but what inspired, why you decide to be an actress? What pushed you? What was your to empower you to do that?
well. How I say that? When I was kid, I was in a primary school.
Mm-hmm.
I always like to. Uh, I was pretty good with singing first. First, I wanted to be a singer, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
not acting. But then in my country, there is like competition for singing, and it was a competition for poetry. You know, poetry when they write like quotes basically, and you
Mm-hmm.
learn it and then you perform in front of the people. So I
Yes.
used to go a lot of this kind of competition, and I won a few times. And then I went to a school that was a high school where I find out I was in a musical, so I was singing, I was learning singing, dancing, and acting. But I was still not really focused on acting. I was more focused on dancing and
I
singing,
see.
and
Mm-hmm.
acting was like kind of my weak part,
Mm-hmm.
as you can say. And I think that time when I was around 16, 18, I was not ready for acting. And like I said, it was always part of me. It was always my passion to perform. It was always with singing and dancing. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, when I came to London, is somehow this acting is just came back to me. You know, maybe the universe wanted
Mm-hmm.
that I
Yes, yes,
should
yes,
go back to my roots. You know, back to acting.
yes.
And I just found out when I was in Belfast, when I was in the studio and the camera was in front of me, I felt like a celebrity. You know, everybody was looking after me. Even if I went to outside, they were saying already, Henrietta, the princess outside. I was like, it was like so nice that people really they were looking after me, and I just I just following all these things just came into my life, and I just found out during the years I like it.
Do
So
you have
it
any
was
music
always
recording? Do
hard.
you have any? Yes. Did you record
Yeah,
any music of you? Do you have any recordings?
I do have actually, yes.
Okay, send over to me and I can play my Radio Luminite. It will be fantastic.
But I'm
You're the,
singing Hungary.
that's good. It's international. I love international music, and that's the
Um,
purpose of this show. Is the home of the independent artists for all cultures. So just send over to me. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be so beautiful. You have a very beautiful uh, voice taste when I hear when you're speaking, and that's
thank you.
just send over email to me. That's very good. So you're start like you said, your interest was in different thing, and then suddenly your inner desires was in the acting field, and you connect in London on that way. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. If I don't make a mistake, Neta, your your first film that you were was in the Street Blood. That was the first one.
Which one?
Street Blood. You did a role of Clara as a ghost. That's that was your first
Oh, yeah, that was one of the first,
one of the
very
first.
beginning.
At the
Yeah.
beginning. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that's good. And can you tell us about the experience that called to attention that role that you did? Can you tell us the experience about that feature film? Or film as a short film or feature film?
Which one? Because
The
I
Blood
have lost.
Street. The Street Blood.
Oh yeah, this one we were filmed in a forest, and
Mm-hmm.
that was really it was really cold outside, I know, and I was wearing a dress. It's a light pink, light white dress,
Mm-hmm.
and I was dancing around and even singing, but like creepy singing in the forest, and
Mm.
I was scary some actors.
That's good. And there's
Yeah,
another one I'm very close to my attention because Jeff Gates, he was also in my show a couple of months ago. And
yeah,
I called it Vampire Club because he said, let's go to the vampire world, as I did on my notes. But the feature film is Nets of the Vampire, directed
yeah,
by Chris
yeah.
Sanders, which I saw that you work with him in several projects. It's something we'll
Yeah,
continue
four
later on.
movies actually. Yeah.
Yes. How was your experience working with him on this and his films? But we can focus on this one too. How was your experience working with him?
Yeah. So Nest of Vampire was the first project worked with Chris and JP.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I played like a badass woman. I
Oh.
yeah, I like to play this kind of roles actually. Yeah, because people think, oh, she's cute, but then they don't expect that. Oh, the cute girl is actually can be really evil. So yeah, that was the first experience, and we filmed that in Leicester in 369 studio, and it was a lot of fun on set. Yeah, it was really smooth. I was going on really well, and yeah, we had a shooting scene as well. I did with a gun, and I kind of played a vampire, but on my scene they actually didn't see that I'm like an actual vampire, so they can just see me in that scene that I was just evil.
That's
So
good.
yeah, that was one, and the second one what was the second one? Let me see, because it was for a project. Second, yeah, the second one was it's not out yet, so I don't know if I can tell much about it.
Not
But
just briefly. It's something.
my role was actually a dancer in a nightclub, and
Oh.
what is really interesting that in the movie I'm like a street dancer or like a nightclub dancer, but actually I'm an actor who's rehearsal her scene in the studio. So it was
Mm.
like twist. It's like movie in the movie. It was really really interesting, and I had so much fun with
That's
that role.
good. That's
Yeah.
good. And what about JP Gates? How's your experience working with him?
Oh, it was really nice. We had lots of laughing on the set. He's a really really good actor. He's also really good with improvisation. So if someone forget the line, he just jump on and just help it out, you know. And it was really really good working with
Yes.
JP and this
Yes,
as
very
well.
talented and beautiful person. And yes, I had the honor to meet him but through the interview. And I told him every time when I see vampires, the first person pop out to my mind is you, the vampire. He loved it. And I love
Yeah.
the documentary that he did. I saw it on YouTube, very details. I learned a lot of things I never expected was related to the vampires, and I was wow, what beautiful, what a fantastic documentary. Yes, but when I saw that, that's the reason I say, okay, Henrietta, she's another vampire club with like him.
Yeah. Did you know actually the vampires was actually the original vampire from Hungary? Did you know?
Mm-hmm. What a beautiful
Because
possibilities. Yes,
because
yes.
a lot of people think it was from Romania, but before the
Mm-hmm.
Second War, part of Romania, which is Transylvania, is a part of Hungary, basically. So in Romania, it's a lot of Hungarian people still living there because that was part of Hungary. And the first vampire Dracula, that is actually from Transylvania. He was actually Romanian, but he has related to Hungarian people as well. So when they say vampire, and when I'm saying I'm from Hungary, they will say, ah, you could be a good vampire.
No, no, and to be a vampire is super sexy. You're super, super beautiful, sexy, and your beautiful eyes. And what? No one else, no one better than you having those kind of roles. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
No, 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 no. And also, what was your experience working with in India? I say you done baby with the director Priyanka Chawan. Tanwan. Sound like difficult for me to pronounce. How was your experience working with Indian uh, country?
That
You went
was
to India or how was it?
no. The filming was in London,
Mm,
and I actually played. That was a scene where I was a doctor, like a
mm,
say psychology, yes, in
mm-hmm,
psychology
mm-hmm,
doctor, and that was a small role, but I had really so much fun with it. I was like a sex addict patient actually.
Oh, wow. Not
Yeah,
easy,
yeah.
no, still, yeah.
It's that scene is in my shoulder, but that time my hair was highlight with blonde, so
Oh,
it
okay. And
takes
the
time.
and the director and the production company is based in UK or they travel to UK from
They
India.
they they are in India, but they always film a few scenes for their movies in the UK.
Oh, okay.
So
What?
they
Yeah, that's
work
good.
with casting directors here in the UK, and they have a production manager. They are based in the UK, but the main filming is always in India, and the few scenes they do in London. And
Oh.
last year they were in Devon, actually. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that
I want
movie it's
to.
called Well Done Baby. That one is on
Yes.
Amazon Prime. I think it's in the UK now. Before it was just in India, but now it's in the
Mm-hmm.
UK. And it's very funny. It's a very, very
Yeah.
funny movie. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So it was a bit different because this time it was not a horror movie. This is actually a comedy. Yeah.
Comedy, yes, yes. You know, and the beautiful sense that Indian community and the people from India, my big respect and greeting from people from India. When I heard people working with them, I'm so wow because I know the production they do is so fantastic and yes, it's one of the countries it's one of my dreams to travel. Same in Hungary, Hungarian. Well, I love cold countries. And yes, so when I saw that, wow, she was in India, I go, I would like to go with it. So I love so much Indian people, so so beautiful.
Yes, yes.
And the
And in
production they
Indian
have,
movies,
yes.
they do a lot of dancing as well. That was another Indian movie called Time to Dance. But
Uh
in that
huh.
movie, I had just a featured role. I did not have a speaking role, so that's why I didn't put on my IMDb because there was a background. I mean, not background because it was featured. I was filming for like almost 1 month. We were filming a
Mm-hmm,
wedding
hmm.
scene. That was so much fun. We were dancing and singing, and
Yes, yes.
I
Was
was
it
the
like,
best. And
yes, yes, yes. Was that like I said, they have that beautiful magic, to transmit all India is a magical country, and then and
yeah,
you can tell in their films is nothing to ask from Hollywood, for example, Bollywood, Indian countries is in the film is monstrous in the animation way, the roller coaster of their films. So what can I say? So they're beautiful. They're getting some they impress me every time when I see a film. I go, wow, these people are fantastic. And yet another film I'm called to my attention is the Election Night, directed by Neil Monaghan. Actors like Sean Cronin, fantastic film director and actor, and also
yes.
Rosa Shaw. How was the experience on that film with you?
Well, that was I just came back from Cannes Film Festival,
Mm.
and I met with a really good friend of mine. He's an actor called Russell Shaw.
Oh,
I think
yes,
you
yes.
know him.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
friends here, yes.
Yeah, we friends too. And we always, helped each other. Like, did you see this casting? Yes, and I sent him the casting. Then he sent me back the casting. And when he saw something on Facebook, he just tagged my name. So he was
Hmm.
the one who actually helped me to get in touch with the production. And when I applied for it, they said, oh, they are actually looking for like a background actor. And I said, oh, sorry, I thought this is like a speaking part or featured role or something. And then they said because they really like my profile and because they know Russell, they actually extended the role. So it was not a background role anymore. It was actually a featured role on the set.
Mm.
And I had, I think, one or two lines I had, but in the final cut, it was just I was just showing on the TV to the Prime Minister. Um, it was filming in London, I think Lambert Studio. I'm not sure. I'm really bad with names. I'm sorry, but it was really really good, and the stylist was Kelly Todd. She's so talented, and she helped me to get into the character, how to do my hair, how would be,
Mhm.
the dress. It was a really really good day. Actually, it was 2 days. I worked there on set for 2 days.
Fantastic.
It was one of my biggest experience on movie. Like
Mhm.
I said, I started with small ones, short movie,
Mhm.
student movie, future, and this one was like a proper set with the proper camera crew on set. We were in a studio where was is a green background like
Mhm.
you have behind you.
Mhm.
So it was a really good first experience, like how to work with the professional crew and actors on set. It was
Fantastic.
really good.
That's good. And how was your experience with Sean Cronin and the acting field? How was your experience with him?
It was really good. He was really
It's very fun.
nice and friendly. Like between the takes, we were in the kitchen and we were talking a lot and just just normal conversation about acting. He's a really nice guy. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. No, no, and great mentor. I always mention, and I like to mention the people that are connecting with him because it's always a pleasure to read his advices, all that he passed through, and he been and high budget films and now independent sector and as a director and actor and all the fantastic job that he does. And here at another thing about your current project, I recently read a couple of months, I would say, about the the television series. You pitch something, or you're still working on a project related to Channel 4, Paramount Plus. There's something you can share something about that? Any television series? I think you mentioned something in your Facebook.
I'm not sure if I put a TV series. I put a feature movie. The
Yes,
next
yes.
in the next project. Yes.
Mm,
So the next project is with Chris Sander and JP Gates. So that will be
mm,
my fourth project with them, and actually I got my first leading role. It will be filming in Leicester and around London. It will be filming for
mm,
1 week. What is really special that half of the script is written, but half of the script will be improvisation. So
mm.
it will be a very unique
Ah,
um,
fantastic. Congratulations for that
experience.
project.
Thank you. And like I said, I'm got cast into a US project that called STZ,
Mm-hmm,
STZ, basically STZ. And that one is like a horror comedy
mm-hmm,
feature movie. So it's like horror, but also funny and comedy.
mm-hmm,
And that will be about zombies, but like
mm.
sex related zombies, like they are sex crazy zombies. Like it's a really funny. I can't say too much about that. Um, the production company called Angry Troll Studio. They are actually in the US, and we're
Mm.
planning to film this around summer. But I'm
That's
still working
good.
with the script. Today, I mean, half of the script they're still working on it, but they have much more projects coming up. So this will be my first time working them, and I'm hoping that is more coming.
Yeah, that, absolutely, that will, and looking forward for that, Henrietta,
Yeah.
and I will be happy to do more interviews, to do follow up, so you're not to keep the audience informed about your successful job as an actress, because you're going up and up and up and bringing a lot of inspiration to others, and your story is
It
very
takes time.
beautiful.
It takes time. You need to be patient about acting
Mm-hmm.
because you can't get just a little like this. It takes time to build up your portfolio, your career, and to get known. The industry will know your name basically. So you have to wait
Exactly.
for the first movie coming up, then the second coming up, and once all the movie is out, then you will get
Mm-hmm.
attention and they will offer you a big
Absolutely.
role.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and your advice is very valuable because but you walk in very challenging roads. So it's taking a decision from a village, move to big city in your country, in Hungary, in Hungary. I'm so difficult for me to pronounce because English is also my second language. And then move to a different culture, different country, huge city of London by yourself. And
Everything from
then exactly you face challenges, stereotypes, and those things. And I think if you are making it because you are doing so great job. You're now going to the United States, another country completely different from you. It's kind of similar to United Kingdom, but very different at the same time. Different continent by yourself, very young age. You're beautiful, very young
I
lady.
love travel. I love
Yes,
travel.
and that one brings your message so beautiful in the sense like the only limit is built by ourselves. The worst enemy and the best enemy can be ourselves, and
Yeah.
you could be able to challenge and be able to manage that your fears, building make from building fears to transforming to confidence. And that's so beautiful. And I'm looking forward, and I'm pretty sure that your name is getting more there and there. And
Thank you.
a
Me
lot
too.
of light and inspiration will be, yeah, will be bringing to all, to your fans, because I'm pretty sure you're building good fans base and will be more people coming to you. And I'm so glad and very honored, Henrietta, to have you in my show. Looking forward for more interviews. I'll call it better chats because it's better, more friendly way.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. Do you want to add any additional things you're working on, or you want to share something to the audience?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Like it's the first time with you.
Yeah.
Let me know if you're coming to London, and maybe we can meet for a coffee or go for
Yes, I
drinks.
will actually. Yes, my husband and I, we are planning to do that in range of 2 years, because I'm gonna have a surgery on December of this year. It's kind of time have, but I need to work with my work schedule, my full time with work schedule. Yes, as soon as I recover for that, yeah, yes, absolutely. I will be so happy to meet you and also more friends over there. And pues thank you so much. My honor meeting you, my honor speaking with you, having you on my show. Thank you so much, Rieta. And I keep you posted. And also don't forget to send me your MP3 music.
Okay, I send it, but
And
don't share
yes,
it, just me.
yes. Please send that to me. And I'm pretty sure people will love to hear your beautiful voice. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You
Bye.
too. Take care. Bye bye.